Hi everybody, Adam here. Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be opening up two Pokemon TCG build and battle boxes for the Perfect Order expansion. Hoping we can get a couple of interesting promo cards and some other useful cards for not only building decks, but building up some other corners of the expansion that we haven't filled out yet. So let's dive in and see what we get. Definitely some really cool stuff inside the boxes here. First thing worth noting, each box comes with an outer sleeve, and then underneath that there is a flip open box that contains all the contents of the build and battle box. Really useful to get those. I use them for storing decks and extra cards after I've, opened them up like this. So really useful item to keep around. Now, inside each build and battle box, you get this little insert sheet here that is pretty cool. It gives you some high-level tips for building and putting together decks and using the deck that you find inside the build and battle box. So nice touch for people who are maybe new to the Pokemon TCG or who are just starting to get into building their own decks. So appreciate the inclusion of that. And then on the other side of the sheet is a checklist for all the cards available in the Perfect Order expansion. So a cool sort of dual purpose insert sheet here. So happy with that. Each build and battle box also comes with tips on how to use the cards that are specific to that build and battle box. So we've got one that's featuring Doublade and one that is featuring Superior. So nice to see those more specific details included in there. And it kind of builds off the more generic tips here with some card specific thoughts over here. So really nice touch to include those. Now, each box also comes with 4 Perfect Order booster packs. We did fairly well across those. So you can see the first box here, we got a Lapras EX, a nice Luxray card, a Tyrantrum, and a full art Clefairy. Really cool artwork on there. And this one was the Doublade focused deck. So that's the promo card that we received in there. Nice touch. And this particular box came with a nice stack of energy as well as some special energy, ignition energy in this case. The second box came with Meowstic here from one of our booster packs, Aurorus, Scatterbug, and then a really cool full art Dedenne. Nice that at least on the first box we were able to get an EX, but to be able to get a couple of full art cards in there across the two boxes, happy with that as well. And the focus promo card for this particular box was Superior. Another nice stack of energy cards there and a couple of special energies, in this case, growing energy. Now, in addition to those energy cards, the promo card, and the booster packs, each box also comes with cards to fill out the rest of a basic deck that you can use to play, or in our case, I really like getting these extra copies of item cards, supporter cards, stadium cards, etc. Really useful for building out decks. So in addition to the booster packs, the cards included, that's the energy plus all the other playable cards, gives you a 40 card ready to play deck, which, like I said, includes one of 4 unique foil promo cards. So really nice to have the inclusion of that in here. I kind of merged a lot of these cards together, but we'll walk through them here so you can see across the two boxes what we were able to get. First up, taking a look at the supporter cards, you can see here, this is across the two boxes, but a great way to pick up useful supporter cards that you can then put into decks that you create on your own. Nice to have them in a box like this where people can use them for, playing with the predetermined decks, but that's, a really nice cross section of supporter cards for building out your own decks. And honestly, when you're building your own decks, you just need lots and lots of duplicates of key core cards. So nice to have those. Then we've got a nice batch of Pokemon here. Always nice to get more Pokemon cards. And then we've got items and stadiums. And more items over here. Again, these item cards, generally lots of use cases for these in different decks that you're going to build. So getting extra copies, super useful. Really happy with that. Nice to pick up those stadiums as well. And then you can see from our double deck all the different Pokemon that were included as well. So, a great way to pick up some special cards here in terms of the promo feature cards, the Doublade and the Superior. Great way to be able to open up some additional booster packs from the Perfect Order expansion, but also a great way to pick up a lot of useful pieces that can be used to help build out your own decks that you want to build. So, overall, super happy with what we managed to get here. A lot of great stuff and a cool concept. Now, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And thank you very much for watching. We will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.